Got my stack of books. What to read, what to read. All right, what's this one about? Okay, video games, not bad. Just not for right now. Later video games. Ooh, this one. Oh, so this one's dramatic. Yeah, this is a little heavy. I like dramatic, just maybe not right now, maybe later. Last one. Dogs, animals. Ooh, yes, this one's perfect. Oh. All right, guys, be quiet. I think that's what we're going to talk about today. Books all about amazing animals, like this dog right here. Yeah, let's read this one. Oh, is that an elephant? You guys hear that, right? That's totally an elephant. Well, now I have to read it. Let's go. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Book Talk with Talia. Before I get into all of the amazing animal books, I just wanted to remind you to subscribe to the Shelf Stuff channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss a single one of my Book Talks with Talia or any of the other videos that we put out. All right, so let's get right into the amazing animal books. If you love horses and Greek mythology as much as I do, you might want to check out this next book called Wings of Olympus by Kallie George. Our main character, Pippa, is almost 12 and works in a horse stable to make ends meet after her parents have passed away. Pippa loves horses, and one day while she's working in the stable, she's convinced that she sees a winged horse flying in the sky. Pippa attempts to chase after the horse in the sky and unfortunately loses her job. But lucky for Pippa, when she wakes up the next morning, it turns out that her winged horse fantasies were actually true. Pippa wakes up on Mount Olympus, home of the gods and goddesses. As it turns out, the goddess Athena has specifically chosen Pippa, who is a mortal girl, to ride her winged horse Zephyr in a once-in-a-century, death-defying race. Now, Zephyr is a small winged horse, and he's not really that easy to handle, but Pippa absolutely adores him. Pippa knows that if she doesn't win the race for Athena, she and Zephyr are going to be separated forever. Not to mention, losing the race also means that Pippa's going to lose out on her chance to become a demigod. Considering Pippa's jobless right now, being a demigod would not be a bad prize either, but most important is that she stays with Zephyr. And that was Wings of Olympus by Kallie George. One book that is completely filled with animals is The Lost Rainforest #2, Gogi's Gambit by Eliot Schreder. This is the second book in the Lost Rainforest series, and I actually talked about the first one in my Books About Animals video, so if you don't know what the series is about, you might want to check out that video first so you can hear about the first book before hearing about the second one in this video. To remind you, the magical rainforest of Caldera has always had harmony between its two types of creatures, the daywalkers and the nightwalkers. That was until an ancient evil reawakened and split them up forever and started the shadow walkers coming out of nowhere. Shadow walkers could walk at night and at day. Now, to get to the spoilers, in this book, it's been a year since the Shadow Walkers in the first book narrowly escaped from the Ant Queen. But the ants' destruction has continued to spread. Our main character in this book is Gogi, a Shadow Walker monkey who's still trying to learn how to wield his fire powers. Gogi decides to go on a quest with his friends that include a healing bat, an invisible panther, and a tree frog that can control the winds. On their quest, they want to find a magical object that can use the magic of the eclipse to defeat the Ant Queen for good. And that is The Lost Rainforest #2, Gogi's Gambit by Eliot Schreder. One book series that is perfect for dog lovers is the Survivors series by Erin Hunter. Now, Erin Hunter has also written the Warriors series, which was focused on cats, Braveland series, and the Seekers series, which is focused on bears. So clearly, Erin Hunter likes animals, and if you like animals and you like Erin Hunter, you should check this series out. I actually picked up a Survivors book in my Barnes & Noble book haul video, so I just kind of wanted to read the first one again, give you guys a basic overview of the series if you haven't read it before. The first book in the series, The Empty City, focuses on Lucky, who lives in a shelter. Lucky has heard about a legendary big growl before, so when the earth begins to shake under his feet, he's not completely thrown off guard. Once the big growl ends, Lucky decides to escape from the shelter with his friend Sweet. Lucky and Sweet escape into the city, but it's completely empty. The humans, also known as Long Paws, haven't seemed to survive the big growl. So Lucky and Sweet are on their own, and that's okay for Lucky because he's a lone dog and he can survive on his own. But Sweet is a pack dog through and through, and she is convinced that she needs to find a pack in order to survive. So they try to make it work, but Sweet ends up leaving Lucky to try and find a pack of her own, and then Lucky's completely alone. Now, Lucky has to try and survive on his own when danger lurks around every corner, or he can try and find another pack, but he's so used to being a lone dog. There are 6 books in the original Survivor series, and they all follow Lucky and his friends and enemies as they try to survive after the big growl. Now, if you're curious what the big growl is, it's not explicitly explained. I think it's an earthquake of some kind, maybe some sort of radiation happened, I don't know, but yeah, they all have to survive, there's no humans, and it's gonna be tough. And that was Survivors, Book 1, The Empty City by Erin Hunter. One book series that has to do with an animal that I found unexpectedly cute is the A Boy Called Bat series by Elana K. Arnold. And no, this book series does not have to do with bats, it's just the main character's name. So Bixby Alexander Tam, nicknamed Bat, has always been surrounded by animals because his mom is a veterinarian. He also just loves to watch animal videos on YouTube. One day, Bat's mom brings home a particularly special animal, an orphaned baby skunk named Thor that he becomes attached to right away. Bat is convinced that he and Thor are meant to stay together. He loves the little guy, so he tells his mom that he is going to be the best skunk caretaker ever, so hopefully she'll let him keep him permanently. Taking care of Thor is great for Bat because it really helps to distract him from some of the struggles he's been having lately. Going to his dad's house every other weekend, school troubles, and fighting with his older sister Jamie are not things that Bat is interested in dealing with. So there are 3 books in the series, and they focus on Bat, his family, his school, and especially Thor, the baby skunk, and just how they all deal with each other. And I think it's great because there are not enough books about skunks out there. And that was the A Boy Called Bat series by Elana K. Arnold. And those are all of the books about animals that I have for you today, but as always, there are so many books about animals out there that I haven't talked about yet, so leave a comment if you have any books in particular that you want me to talk about. Don't forget to like this video so that I know you liked it, and as always, please subscribe to the Shelf Stuff channel so you don't miss a single one of my book talks with Talia or any of the other cool videos that we have coming out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!